Howdy, neighbor. Well, I'm Steve, Roustabout Rod and Cycle. If you're one of my 77 subscribers, welcome back. If you've never seen me before, well, allow me to introduce myself. Um, I'm Steve Roustabout. This is Roustabout Rod and Cycle. A little over a year ago, I had an old Dodge 440 engine that I was never going to do anything with. And a YouTuber that I have been watching, following, he made a really good impression on me as somebody who I would like, and I really appreciated his attitude and enthusiasm for Mopars and YouTube and life in general. And so I contacted this guy and I said, hey, I got this old Dodge 440 motorhome engine that I'm never going to use. It's yours if you want it. And he was like, oh, thank you. So fast forward, I trucked it up there to his home in Kansas, and we shot a video of tearing that thing. Well, we didn't tear it down. It was stuck. He got it unstuck. We got it running. We did a couple of compression tests on it, and just had a ball, really did. And he helped me launch my YouTube channel. And I have two very short videos on my channel um, that we shot at the same time, and that's all that I've got. That was 14 months ago. And his name is Jedediah Scott. His dad's name's Mike, and his girlfriend is Anna. It's Scott Speed Shop on YouTube. Great channel. If you probably come to my channel from his channel, but if in case you haven't, go check it out. It's a great channel, great people. Um, and Jed has been pumping the heck out of my YouTube channel. He's shot multiple videos, used that 440 engine. He's currently got it in a 1969 Chrysler 300, and his latest video is his burning the tires off of it. And that is just the coolest car, the perfect recipient for that engine. I'm so glad that he has found a good home for that engine and is getting good use out of it. And I'm so grateful for him helping me launch my YouTube channel and then promoting the heck out of me. But at the same time, I'm ashamed of myself that I have not put out any videos. And I think he's probably pretty ticked off too that he's made this investment in me, and I have dropped the ball instead of taking it and running with it. He won't even take my phone calls these days. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So, in this video, I want to tell you why I have not been able to put out any videos and what I'm going to do about it, about all that. Number one reason why I haven't been able to put out any videos is just life. What I do for work is I'm a professional driver. I'm a long haul trucker. When I go to work, I'm gone for at least a week. I don't have the luxury of working a 40-hour-a-week job and then coming home and having nights and weekends to make YouTube videos. Now, a few years ago, I renegotiated my contract to where I can work 3 weeks on, 1 week off. That's 13 weeks a year of home time. I never take that much. I've got 7 weeks this year, 7 weeks and 2 days scheduled to take off. And it's just, there's not time to work in my shop and produce videos the way I would like. But that's just an additional challenge. I will explain to you a workaround on that. The second reason is, trucking's a hard life. And I moved up here to the Texas Panhandle 10 years ago when I was working for the oil field, and then I got laid off, went directly into trucking, and went back out on the road for the last 10 years. I'd never settled into this community Didn't have any friends, didn't have any places to go, things to do when I'm not driving, except hole up in my shop and turn wrenches. Um, and that's a pretty lonely life. Now, I don't get lonely on the road. I engage everybody I come in contact with. But when I get home time, nothing to do but hole up in the shop and nobody to do it with. So, a year and a half, well, the end of September 23, I left trucking for about a year and a half. And I was living off money that I made from selling a property that I own in Fort Worth. And in that time, I made friends. I got involved in some organizations. I have things to do, people to do it with. I have a life now outside of trucking. And it was in that time that I met Jed and Mike and Anna, and we shot that video, or shot those videos. And but I got a lot of other things, that have been happening to me. One of them is my personal daily driver work trucks have been giving me nothing but trouble. The video that we shot up there, there's a half-ton pickup that I pulled a trailer and that engine and everything up in there. Shortly thereafter, the transmission went out. So I finished up work on a 1-ton truck that I've been working on, and got it on the road. Well, I put it in a front end shop, and an in-up mechanic pushed an oil line over into my harmonic balancer, which 1,000 miles later I dumped all the oil and blew up the motor in that. So I had to put a motor in that. Well, I got it in there and turned the key, let the smoke out of the wires. I was ready to burn it to the ground. So in the meantime, I'm driving my little half-ton truck around in just first and second gear. Well, it didn't take long for the motor to expire. So now I'm without a truck. I bought another truck just like it with a good engine transmission, but was wrecked. I ended up buying a total of 4 parts trucks. Now, I'll make money on them and I'll get good use out of them, but, all that costs money. It's just a couple weeks ago that I bought a truck that I can actually work out of. I got a 2005 Silverado 3500 1-ton flatbed dually with the big 496 8.1 liter engine. It'll pull a house. Finally got me a truck that I can work out of. But this is $17,000 later that I spent on trucks. That $17,000, well, that's $15,000 I was going to use for the down payment to buy this place that I've been renting for the last 10 years. And $2,000 for the computers. I need a desktop and a laptop, editing software, microphone, GoPro, tripod, all the stuff it takes to produce the kind of videos that I want to produce, because I do not want to put out a second-rate product. So $17,000 may not sound like a lot of money to you, but I'm not a wealthy man. And so, but everything I bought, I paid cash for. I'm pretty much debt-free. I can recoup. Give me a couple of months, I'll have some money, enough money I can buy my YouTube stuff. Set up my YouTube machine and start putting out videos. But in the meantime, I'm going to be putting out some videos like this. I know it's not the quality that I want. They're going to be one shot, just shot on my phone, unedited. I don't have any way to edit stuff, and I've got some ideas on the kind of videos that I can shoot that'll give some interesting content. One that's coming up is I'm going to show you a secret to restore aluminum parts, like aluminum intake manifolds and water pumps and stuff, to where they look almost as good as a new freshly cast part. And it's not just paint them with aluminum paint, believe me. This secret was taught to me by somebody that does concours restorations of vintage British motorcycles years ago. And some products that I use, and tips and tricks on restoring old parts, because I like to get junk and make it. I'd rather build something out of junk than to have $1 million and open a catalog and buy all the parts and just assemble something. Um, and I may, well, back back to trucking. In October, I got back into trucking. I hauled cotton for the Carson County Gin, and that was a different kind of trucking than I've ever done. And I'll probably shoot a video about that and how um, what that was like, and why I enjoyed it and all that. It was intense. I mean, for 4 months, it was 60 to 90 hours a week, 12 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only time we got any days off was if it rained and it was too muddy to get into the fields. It was intense, but I loved it. And that'll make a good video. Um, I was driving the other night, and I was thinking of, man, I could be shooting a video right now explaining how do I drive all night long after being up all day without falling asleep at the wheel, without doing drugs, doing it legally. That's going to make an interesting video. Um, so anyway, Jed, I'm real sorry I let you down. Haven't put out any videos. Um, I appreciate everything you've done for me. And I'll tell you right now, my motivation for being on YouTube is not to become YouTube famous. It's not to promote any products or sell stuff, although I will have some stuff for sale from time to time. It's not to sell a bunch of merchandise, and it's not to become rich and famous, because trying to become wealthy by doing YouTube is like saying I'm going to quit my job and move to Hollywood and become a big movie star. Not likely. My motivation for doing YouTube is to do exactly the kind of thing that I did with Jed and Mike and Anna. And I'd like to collaborate with other YouTube channels and have fun with cars with fellow gearheads. So, if you're one of those guys or gals, hit me up. I'd love to meet you. But I don't think that's going to happen for a while. We'll see. Never know. But in the meantime, I am going to start putting out some videos. I apologize ahead of time because they're not going to be of the best quality. They're not going to be the up to the production standards that I would like to put out. I'm not the guy that just sits back and never makes anything happen. I'm the guy that wants to get all his ducks in a row ahead of time, so when I start the project, I can do it with excellence. And that's what's held me back. I'm maybe too much of a perfectionist. I don't know. Anyway, if you hung with me this far, thank you. I would very much like to meet you, whoever you are, because people are important. My priorities are my relationship with God, my career, and then, YouTube's going to be a hobby. Okay, it's down the priority list, and I'm ashamed that I haven't put out any of the videos after everything Jed's done to promote me. But we'll try to make up for that. Okay, so with that, if you're still here, thank you for hanging with me. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, see what I come out with in the future, it doesn't cost anything. And if I'm wasting your time, you can always click the unsubscribe button. Leave me a comment and tell me what kind of content you would like to see. I work on a lot of trucks. I've got a rat rod. I do hot rods and I build Harleys and even custom bicycles. There's one of my custom bicycles right there. Anyway, I will see you shortly, I hope. But that's all for now. You be blessed. I hope to see you again. Thank you, friend. Welcome to my neighborhood.